Hello guys, and welcome to episode 94 of my Total War Warhammer 2 playthrough, playing as the Von Carsteins on very hard difficulty. Today we're going to be finding a way to deal with the Dark Elves. Their armies are pretty damn strong. I feel like their normal armies I could deal with one-on-one, but Hellebrand is a different matter entirely whilst she holds the Sword of Cain. So we are going to have to take that off her. But for now, I think everything was more or less done. We had Vlad ready to help out against the rebellion though, so let's do that. We'll have the rebellion, or the province of Black Crag, sally forth, the settlement that is, and we will fight this on the battle map. But a lot of Vargolf, so I needed Vlad to make sure that this army could survive, because if I had not brought Vlad along, then what would have happened is the Vargolfs would have destroyed the garrison pretty hard. Like those Grave Guard, the Crypt Ghouls, they just don't deal well with Vargolfs. It would have been exceptionally difficult. Now, reinforcements are actually coming in behind them, that is fine. Honestly, what I can do is just group up my men here and just send them forwards and attack, because I don't care about losing any units from the garrison. I really don't. We'll gamble for more wins because it would be nice to have some more spirit leeches available. Alright, we'll start the battle. Just going to group the initial force, give them the attack order, off we go. Vlad can start running over here, so can our vampire. Our vampire's good so that she can like use magic maybe. I could also tell her to attack the Vargos and stuff in the sky. That could be a way to deal with those. One thing that's going to be pretty important though is how I use the Blood Knights, especially with all of these Vargolfs to kill, so we'll make sure we do that properly. And then we've got all of our melee forces. We've got our two Terrorgeists. Let's attack these Vargeists. I'm going to Melkos Mystifying Miasma them as well. I guess I could also put a Fireball into them. Okay, so the engagements have started over here, that is fine. Let's have the Terrorgeists hit the Vargolfs with their breath attacks. And then attack them. Because those Vargolfs don't deal well with those breath attacks. Well, Black Knights is with Lance and Barding, doing a lot of damage to my Blood Knights. Where's my leader as well? Where's Vlad? Oh, Vlad is like running off. Let's kill the Necromancer. I am going to need the Invocation on these guys because they are losing a lot of health. We're trying to deal with that Vargolf. Have these Blood Knights come over as well. These Blood Knights can back off from the engagements with the infantry and actually help out over here. Let's make sure Vlad, does his invocation here, because I don't want to lose those Blood Knights. Then this Black Coach, that needs to engage the Skeleton Spearmen. Or not. It doesn't seem to be wanting to. Oh, she is in a bad place right there. Can she get out? There we go. What a dodge. Right, the Vargolfs are nearly dead. My vampire is being attacked again. Just bring her down into the Grave Guard here, and we'll make sure she's invocated. I think we lost one of the units of the garrison. The main thing I have to be worried about in this slot is the Blood Knights, so I'm just going to get the Blood Knights out of the engagement for now. My vampire is doing absolutely fine. Let's have the Terrorgeists engage the Vargeists. and my infantry can just help out with these engagements. This is a pretty messy battle, but it's fine. As long as I don't lose any units in Vlad's army, I'm perfectly happy with the outcome.
The living will join us.
Just going to have some of these units come together for an invocation. Any units that are damaged, that is.
Master of the undead.
Right, that's the Lord dead, enemy Lord.
Vlad von Carstein.
Now I just need the Terrorgeist ready to take off and go kill the Vargolfs on the other side. Whilst we do an invocation on these lot.
It shall be so.
Use some of these abilities. Not that it's really going to make too much of a difference.
Yes. This shall be done.
Right, where's this black coach? Oh, it's actually being attacked by the Black Knights. Had my armor piercing grave guard come over. Although the black coach seems to be doing fine. Even though its horses are just headbutting. There is of course the Hex-Wraith that's riding it, but there we go. That's victory, I think. The thing that black coaches are really good for are just destroying infantry formations. I didn't really get a chance to show it off in this battle. That's usually the case, rather than having to deal with things like Black Knights. So yeah, we lost a few units from the garrison, but don't really mind. And Vlad's all good to go, which means he can kill the rebellion that's going to be popping up in the next province. The other good thing about these battles is they do give us a bit of free cash and some free experience for some units. Yeah, that's all done here. Black Crag perfectly happy. Let's just spend that cash on upgrading the gallows. And in this slot, I could put a vampire crypt, but I can't afford it for a while, so I'm tempted to just put in the awakened battlefield for now. And then what we'll do is like remove the reliquary and the mausoleum, and then just get the vampire crypts next turn.
Lord of the night.
Right, Vlad can come back, ready for the next rebellion. And I think that's everything done. Actually, never mind, we do have to move these two armies, because I was indecisive as to where to send them. Let's go north for now. And maybe we can catch out this Black Ark, or maybe one of the armies will come towards us and we can engage them. Research is available since we finished Unliving Siege Engines. The minus attrition actually is really nice. Especially considering we're going to be fighting the Dark Elves for a while, and they do spread vampiric corruption, especially the Code of Pleasure. So let's go for the Enshrine Ancient Lords. And there is no point in fixing up Misnar. We can't even afford to regardless. Imminent Rebellion in the Eastern Badlands, which we're well aware of. Are we moving Isabella? Where would we be moving her? We could head down to like Charnel Valley and maybe try and take that province. If we took Calag Orod, we could maybe gain another one, but it will take a while to get down there, and by the time we do, Khemri might have done the job already. I'm gonna leave though, just because the vampiric corruption is being led a lot by the Balefire Hearth now, and also with the Gibbet building. That should give us a bit of extra public order to work with. I can then also have Count Ewald head back if I need him to. Let's start moving him that direction, just into the province. And Rudiger gonna get his hands on a necromancer now. Good. Still only +1 public order per turn though. And it's on 66% vampiric corruption. That is rough. And characters are apparently -2 towards that. Which characters would that be? I mean, is that my own characters? Possibly. Continue to follow this Warlock Engineer. And we'll leave Rudiger where he is. He's just a public order army. Bernard is getting 0 replenishment. Nil. We're going to cancel that building. We're going to get onto the water. We're going to jump on land near Zoshink. We will go to Zoshink, I guess, and stay there whilst we replenish. Then we'll go back and take the Bay of Blades again. Because it looks like we're going to lose that to Rebellion regardless. I mean, we wouldn't lose it to Rebellion if he was there, but his army's just shit if it's not replenished. I may as well have it replenished and just go back in a bit. Because at least the next time round that I take it, the vampiric corruption will be ready to go. Rather than at the moment it's all chaos corruption. Don't want to build anything in the Tower of Crag. That is going to cause the rebellion next turn. Okay, job done. Let's move on. So I've got to remember Vampire Grips at Black Crag. That's one building that I need to make next turn. Because I will have the cash from demolishing the other buildings. I wonder if that army actually will attack Valea's Sorrow. It's close enough to do so. The one near Carrick 8 Peaks, that is, the Rebellion. Because Valea's Sorrow, I think, has the weakest garrison. Alesia was taken by the Dark Elves off of the Wood Elves. Wood Elves lost an army there. They wounded my Banshee again. Oh, that was me trying to go and assassinate that engineer and then just get assassinated again. What a joke. Right, King Gabash going to be moving up and sacking Lost Plateau. The Greenskins are nearly dead. We're nearly there. I think I might just send my army of Rudiger to go and destroy that miner settlement. That's the wound success. We lost the settlement, which is fine because, I mean, there wasn't even a battle. Can we move into the Tower of Crag and be okay, I wonder? I don't know. I think we're just going to stick to the previous plan and just go into Zoshank. His replenishment is just terrible. There's 92% in that province. Right, before I forget, let's go back to Black Crag and build up the vampire crypts. Then Vlad's going to come around the corner and smash this army. We'll take their magic from that. Thank you very much. And that's all well and good. Right, let's just move into Valeo's Sorrow to give us the extra public order for this turn and the extra vampiric corruption. Ooh, my black coach nearly died. Maybe it did die and come back from the dead. Not sure. Anyway, Scathe of Blight is actually happy now. And I haven't even built the gibbet here. But I am going to build the gibbet. I might also remove the charnel pit and replace it with something else that gives us cash. Or I guess we could maybe build the Balefire Brazier there, or even the Ghost Fence and stuff. I'm not sure the Balefire Brazier's needed, if I'm honest. Yeah, we're going to ignore that for now. I am going to build up at Tabaro. We will do that. Isabella can continue her way south. Although Khemri is definitely close to taking Kalag Orud. So potentially I shouldn't be moving that way. It doesn't matter for now, I don't think. Because I'd like to help raise the settlement of like Mount Arachnos, for example, and wipe out the Greenskins down here for good. I think that's important. Right, up at Blood River Valley, we're going to march to Barak Var this turn. Because I want to work my way towards Zvorak. Warman's going to be attacking this army. We'll just get rid of that rogue army while we can.
Follow me.
Just trying to think if I should play this out. I don't really want to play it out, but I might have to because of the state of my troops. Do we trust auto-resolve? Trust auto-resolve. Shouldn't have trust auto-resolve. We lost our Vargolf. Oh well. Right, that's them dealt with anyway. Can we raise another regiment of renown? Okay, we can get some from here. Oh, we can get some more Blood Knights. Alright, sure. Yeah, we'll do that. He was low on Blood Knights, so that's really good. I'm quite happy to take more Blood Knights. So that's another faction dealt with. And am I going to come towards Mistnar?
This is beneath me. This will fail. No.
Pretty sure these armies could reinforce at Mistnar if I go there.
My bloodline calls.
The fact these armies are sticking together is really irritating.
The goddess forbids it.
And they still have Dark Conduit for that matter. So it's good that I have been avoiding the Dark Elf battles. It's just how do I get on top of Crone Hellebron here without moving through Mistnar? I think we just continue north again. We just got to kind of posture.
What do you want?
And maybe we could even move towards this ship and La Anguille. It's like all of this gives us attrition, which is just annoying. And here, if we move here, we're too close, we're going to get attacked. Actually, maybe if both of those armies attack us, that might not be too bad. Because at least Hellebron won't be helping out. Well, actually, no, yes, she would be. Ugh, the range on those armies is just rough.
This better be important.
I think I'm just going to go back down for now.
Fight. Your desire.
Just kind of patrol the seas until these Dark Elf armies start moving around a bit more. And if worst comes to the worst, I can just get Warman onto the water. He can join Meinrad and Milland, and we will just triple team either the two armies or Crone Hellebron. Okay, Vilmus. We're going to make Foe Seeker. We have the damaged buildings at Misnar that I don't care about. Ewald. He was going to move into the Desolation of Nagash to sort out the public order for a little while.
What do you want?
I think that's probably a good idea. So let's move into Karak Azul.
This night.
Get +3 public order, +4% vampiric corruption a turn. Similar deal at the Eastern Badlands. I think once most of these buildings are finished, Vlad will be able to move out. So that's all good. Okay. I think that's everything. Let's move on to the next turn. We have some very, very decisive battles against the Dark Elf to look forward to. I can tell you guys that much. Just a matter of approaching it in the right way and making sure that we can win. As long as Hellebron holds the Sword of Cain, I do need to basically 2v1 her army. Like as far as I'm concerned anyway. I mean, maybe you guys think I could probably do it, and I mean there is a chance that I could, but I don't want to risk it. Because losing an army potentially means losing more settlements. Or maybe the Wood Elves didn't lose their army. Wait, did they attack? They attacked Khemri. I mean, I know they're at war, but still. The last defenders are very weak right now. I guess that was another reason we were moving Isabella south, wasn't it? To destroy the last defenders. There are a couple of places down there. A couple of provinces. Actually, 3 provinces that we could take control of. I will do the tribute. And Bernhoff's brigands are united against us. Who are they?
I will not obey.
Doesn't look like a very strong army. If it's got Free Company militia. But I may be forced to have like Count Ewald move up there. I guess I could also send Rudiger that way. But Rudiger's got a pretty important mission to destroy Zvorak. So we're gonna head over there. And since we do have the extra public order per turn now, I can afford to move out of these settlements, since they'll all be ready to go and have their public order sorted by the time that buff disappears. We're just upgrading the gibbet there. Crooked Fang Fort, we want to build the gibbet and start building the corpse pile. Have Vlad start moving towards the Dark Elves. Right, Isabella, we're going to keep heading south. We're not going to be able to control this province anymore, but it looks like Khemri is going to be able to wipe out the Greenskins for us here, and then we will focus ourselves on the last defenders. It looks like the Dark Elves didn't move last turn.
No.
They stayed exactly where they are. So I think it's time to just have all of my armies here get together, move on to Misnar, and then from Misnar we can attack Torquerale.
Welcome To my court.
If we're going to do that, I'm tempted to fix up Misnar.
I will alone.
No, let's not bother for now.
What is your will?
Invasion force is ready to go. Bernard is okay to be in Zoshenk for another turn. I might even allow the rebellion to appear at the Tower of Crag and then just like wipe out that public order. So basically reset the province. For us at least. Then what we can do is just colonize, go to Sal encampment and take that. Or go to Sal encampment, then walk back, take Bear Blades and Tower of Crag. Or we could go to Sal encampment, raise it, go to Aes and Conclave, raise it, Ultra Response, raise it, and so on. And then just wipe out Norska. I don't know. I feel like I need a second army up here.
What?
Maybe that could be County Wald's job. He's going to have a long walk though if I send him all the way up north. Like the easier way to do it would just be build a second army. Or like a colonization army, for example.
Sleep shines.
But I don't want to push the diffusion of magic a bit more. The percentage of army upkeep would increase a lot. Maybe we just take it easy until I can afford it. But County Wald, we're going to head south towards the Last Defenders. He can finally take his revenge on the Last Defenders. I think that's the best bet for him. Accompany Isabella down there. And then we just have yeah, Bernard, who's not doing anything. Damaged buildings we don't care about. It's our turn done again. We're very much getting to like the preparation finished of us attacking Ulthuan and also attacking the Last Defenders. And then once that both kicks off, we will have a lot more provinces coming our way. That will allow me to afford another army to attack Norska, and that will hopefully mean, again, more provinces. And the end of Norska, finally. I think it is just the fact that like there's all that chaos corruption. It absolutely screws you when you're trying to like manage on the campaign map. Pretty rough. Now the most annoying thing would be is if all of these Wood Elf armies that are heading towards Ulthuan start taking like half the provinces because we've destroyed the Dark Elf armies. It would just be so annoying. But one thing we might be able to do now actually is peace out with Clan Pestilence if they will allow us to. Because then I don't have to worry about them attacking me on the shores. I don't think there's any more places that they own that I want. Right, let's jump into diplomacy. We'll go talk to Clan Pestilence.
I, Lord Scrog, you cower! For diseases I could blight you if I choose.
Wow, he is a very angry rat. And will not take any amount of money for a peace treaty. So, we're going to have to deal with those armies, which is kind of awkward. Because it looks like he's heading up towards Magreta and Tabaro with the army here.
The council is
Frustration never ends, guys. It never ends. Let's get on to Misnar.
Dance macabre. What do you want? Follow me. King of the Ghouls.
I'm just clicking on the army so I can get them as close as possible.
It is night.
Good stuff. I guess if I do manage to wipe out all those armies, I can send one army back to defend Margareta. So that's kind of okay in that respect. here I'm looking at 3 potential upgrades. I think Vallejo Sorrow is the best one to upgrade. Maybe even Crooked Fang Fort actually, just in case that Beastman army decides to attack us. Okay, let's continue with Vlad. We're going to have Rudiger attack Zvorak. I don't think these armies are going to be very good, so we're good to go. Let's assign this banner. Causes fear, nice. Give that to the skeleton warriors. And off we go. Gonna be a swarm battle more than anything. Although I guess Azag might do quite a bit of damage. We do have that one set of Blood Knights that can maybe deal with Azag, especially if he's on his Manticore. But let's hang out on the left side here. We will just quite simply run up the hill. Gamble for more wins. And off we go. But yeah, the main thing is get on top of the hill. I might even be able to just like get up here and play it defensively. And Azag's just flying over to the main army. So here comes Azag. This is a Manticore, isn't it? I mean, it kind of looks like one. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Regardless, we will have the Blood Knights get involved there. And we should probably start attacking these guys. Start surrounding them. Let's just have a couple of them break out and start to go for the flanking attacks. I guess I could also just raise some dead behind and then charge into the back. Yeah, Azag's deciding to do a runner for now. Let's make sure we invocate those Blood Knights. Meanwhile, these guys need to start moving towards the archers. Stay nearby Azag. He's going to be going for my Necromancer. Rudiger's actually doing a great job against the Orc War Boss. There we go, he's dead. Hit Azag again. A nice invocation down, and then we can have our Lord maybe go for the Goblin Archers. This was a settlement battle, but there are reinforcements that I want to make sure I wipe out, which are all of the ones down here. Looks like we might lose these skeleton spearmen, skeleton warriors. That's definitely a possibility. I don't think I need to chase the goblin archers. The ones I need to chase are, like I said, on the side of the hill down here. So let's focus on those. And we'll just wipe out the goblins there. That's all good. Not sure I'm going to be able to run these down, if I'm honest. I might just end it and then attack them again. That would be the better way to do it. Or the faster way, not necessarily the better way. Because we did kill Azag, so the strength of that second army is certainly put in question by the auto-resolve. Saying that, will I be able to attack the second army if I take the settlement? Probably not. So that sucks. But we did get a really nice item. The 20% ward save is, I think, in my opinion, one of the best items you can get. So that is great. And we might actually give it to him. Yeah, he's already equipping it. That's good. He doesn't actually have armor. So we'll give him the Night Shroud, and I'll upgrade his sword as well. We'll get the extra weapon strength with the Sword of Strife. Let's fill out his banners. Extra armor piercing damage for those sword units is actually quite nice. Also the extra public order is probably useful for his style of army. Yeah, the skeleton swordsman will benefit from the extra armor piercing quite nicely. I just switched out the one that's raised dead cost reduction because I don't think that's as useful as the extra chance to get a magic item. And the Book of Arcan's pretty decent for him, so we'll give him that as well. He's also leveled up. Continue with Beguile. And in the next couple turns we'll try and wipe out this army. Okay, Isabella. Gonna start heading down towards the last defenders. The garrison like here, it's actually really small, so we can just take that off of them. We also have Count Ewald heading this way.
Vlad von Carstein.
Vlad, I think what I'm going to end up doing is sending him down towards Debarrow and stuff, just in case his Clan Pestilent army continues to come up. It might even be worth sending him to go deal with the remaining Clan Pestilent's army, although it looks like Khemri's got this handled with 3 very good armies. But either way, unfortunately, it has been my time, so I'll just double check everything for this turn in the next episode. But yeah, for now that's it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.